Question number 6. A public health researcher examines the medical records of a group of 937 men who died in 1999 and discovers that 210 of the men died from causes related to heart disease. Moreover, 312 of the 937 men had at least one parent who suffered from heart disease, and of these 312 men, 102 died from causes related to heart disease. Calculate the probability that a man randomly selected from this group died of causes related to heart disease, given that neither of his parents suffered from heart disease. I'm going to try to keep the solution here relatively short and go straight to um, the answer. Now, for conditional probabilities, I like to start with the denominator, which relates to this, the given part. It says, given that neither of his parents suffered from heart disease. So already that's all we're dealing with to calculate this probability. You can think of it as a reduced sample space. Is the sample space involving the people who had neither of their parents suffering from heart disease? Well, there's 937 in the group in total. And we know 312 had at least one parent um, suffer from heart disease. So that means if we subtract out the 312, that will leave us with exactly the number of people in the group who had neither parent suffer from heart disease. And then we want to know the number of this group that died of causes related to heart disease. So we have 210 of the men in total died of causes related to heart disease. And that can only be broken up into the men who did have parents who suffered from heart disease or who didn't. And we know that 312 who had at least one parent uh, suffer from heart disease, 102 of those died from causes related to heart disease. So if we subtract out the 102, that will leave us precisely with the number of people in the group who did die from causes related to heart disease and in fact had neither parent die or neither parent suffer from heart disease. And that's it. That's the answer. I've already put this into a calculator, so it's 0.1728. And that's if you round to 3 decimal places, you'll get your 0.173. So that's the answer. Now, I just want to point out in the solutions that they give, the solution here is very similar, except they're dealing strictly with probabilities. I'm dealing with the number in this set here, H intersect F complement. So I'm just dealing with this. And the same thing here. I'm just dealing with the number of people in the group that are in F complement. And the reason you can do that is because if you take any probability, and this will work for any probability, and you multiply it by some constant k and divide by some constant k, as long as that constant k is greater than 0, I mean, it could be negative as well because that would cancel out, but we don't have negative probabilities and the number of people in the group cannot be negative, so I'll just leave it as k being greater than 0. That will cancel, so it will not change the answer. And you can see in the solution they have here that the 937 in fact will cancel with the 937. So that's why you can in fact deal with the number of people in these sets rather than working directly with the probabilities.